So this morning I was taking my shower and I had a kind of a strong thought come into my mind in terms of what I would like to make the class about today. And it's really about the present moment. It's about now. We've all heard the expression, the power of now. But more what I was thinking is the value of now, understanding the value of the present moment. One of the things that popped into my mind is in the Yoga Sutras, which is kind of the classical foundation of yoga. The first aphorism starts with saying, now begins the instruction of yoga. That's the whole aphorism. Now begins the instruction of yoga. And I always remembered that way, the way I was instructed, that it has a dual meaning. In one sense, it's like saying, okay, students, now let's begin our yoga practice. But at the same time, it says now, the concept of now is at the heart of the yoga practice, coming into the present moment, being in the now. And then I was reminded of a Buddhist quote, and I can't quote it to you exactly, but I can paraphrase it to you. And it's a really important notion. And this is kind of what I want us to focus on today. And what this quote says is that if you want to understand your past, if you want to understand the things that you thought, the actions that you took, if you want to understand the past, look at what is manifesting in the present moment. Look at what's manifesting in the now. And if you want to understand your future, look at the thoughts and the actions that you're taking in the present moment. So if you want to understand what you did in the past, look at what's showing up now. And if you want to understand what's going to show up in the future, look at what you're doing now. And that's interesting. It's a really interesting concept. Everything intersects here in the present moment, in the now. But what's particularly interesting about this to me, and this will be the last thing that I say, but what's particularly interesting about this to me is that if everything comes down to this present moment, to the now, if we can read our past in now and we can read our future in now, we can't perpetuate the same thoughts and actions of the past that led us to this moment if we want a different future. So you have to be able to reflect upon what brought you here and then say, okay, I'm going to do it differently now. I'm going to do it differently now. I'm going to try and think differently. I'm going to do different actions if I want a different result in the future. If you're absolutely loving your present moment, beautiful, keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to change, you have to be different now. So let's have our practice. Let's focus on the present moment. Be conscious and aware of what we're projecting from this moment forward. The past is kind of irrelevant other than we can understand what brought us here. We can't change it. But the future is ours to create. Rub your hands. Make them warm. Now begins the instruction of yoga. Hands to your heart. Take a slow, deep breath in.